When Zion Williamson was drafted by the New Orleans Pelicans as the #1 overall pick back in 2019, he was touted as the NBA's next generational superstar. He was the New Orleans Pelicans' savior, the one to lead them to the promised land. After 4 years, all we've seen are glimpses of this promise. When healthy, Zion has been as good as advertised, averaging 25.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. His field goal percentage was an absurd and historically good 60%. But more than his stats, Zion had that superstar factor. He was young, uber athletic, could jump out of the gym, and had an electric smile. His highlight dunks were a thing to behold. His games were highly anticipated, and everyone was truly excited to see this young man grow to be the superstar he was destined to be. The operative word, though, is when healthy. This is because over the past 3 NBA seasons, Zion has only played in 85 out of a possible 234 games. He missed the early part of his rookie year after suffering a torn meniscus on his knee in the preseason. Last September, 2021, it was announced that Zion suffered a Jones fracture on his foot in the offseason but will be ready to start the season. However, this return never happened and he was out for the whole season. Zion's NBA stock and popularity took a dive during his absence, with Ja Morant supplanting him as the best player from the 2019 draft class. People began to question his work ethic, especially when pictures of Fat Zion started showing up in the internet. Some NBA analysts even went as far as saying the Pelicans shouldn't sign him to an extension and should trade him instead. Just goes to show how short people's memories are and how fast they jumped off the Zion bandwagon. But the injury concerns are real, the weight issues are real. Zion had to prove to the Pelicans and everyone else that he was healthy again and ready to take back his title as the best young player in the league. The Pelicans took the first step and signed him to a max rookie extension. Zion did the rest. He got healthy and went into the 2022-23 season in the best shape of his NBA life. After 22 games, it's safe to say that Zion is back. He's averaging 25 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a career-high 1.3 steals per game. His field goal shooting percentage continues to be excellent at 61%. More importantly, his Pelicans team are currently tied for first place with the Memphis Grizzlies in the Western Conference Division, and they're doing this without their other All-Star, Brandon Ingram, who has been out for the past 8 games due to a toe injury. They're doing this even though their veteran and third-best player, C.J. McCollum, has been off to a slow start, shooting only 40% from the field and 32% from the three-point area. They're doing this because Zion Williamson is absolutely dominating the NBA. He remains an unstoppable force inside the painted area, but he's also improved his playmaking skills, making smart reads and passing out of double teams to open shooters. More importantly, he has improved vastly on the defensive end. He's still a below-average defender, but he is putting in more effort and the results are showing. He's doing all of this despite being the focal point of the opposition's defensive schemes. When Ingram comes back from injury, Zion should have even more room to operate and the results could be devastating for the rest of the NBA. Despite this great start to the season, both individually and as part of the Pelicans team, the key to sustaining this momentum is health. As long as Zion remains healthy and plays around 70 games for the season, the Pelicans should be considered legitimate title contenders and Zion should be one of the frontrunners for the MVP.